John Madden, the renowned football player and coach, recently passed away at the age of 85. Not only was he one of the most memorable coaches in NFL history, but he also went on to become one of the top sports commentators in the business after his coaching career. As if having two outstanding professional football careers wasn't enough, Madden also created a series of video games that inspired others who were unfamiliar with the sport to become interested in it. The first Madden video game, titled John Madden Football, was released in 1988 and is still in production. In the intervening years, the name has been abbreviated to Madden merely because of its popularity. There have been a handful of entries during the course of the first revisions and the years that have truly altered the method in which sports games are developed. So which Madden game has been the most successful? Let's find out. At number 5, Madden NFL 2001. Apart from the fact that it was the first Madden game to be released at the turn of the century, Madden 2001 is largely regarded as one of the best in the series' history. Why? The PS2 game received a Metascore of 90 out of 100 points. The Metascore for video games is the average of scores given by critics and reviewers for the game in question. To be honest, that's quite good for a sporting game. However, despite some complaints about sluggish controls, the game is said to have actually delivered beautiful visuals and realistic simulations that contributed to inspire the entries that followed in its footsteps. The 2001 edition is widely regarded as the strongest entry in the series, and it had a significant influence on subsequent incarnations. At number 4, Madden NFL 2005. A game like Madden 2005 profited from the groundbreaking ways in which Madden 2001 shaped itself. It received a significantly higher Metacritic score of 91 out of 100 than the previous one. It was also hailed as a must-play by critics and audiences alike. When the game first released in 2005, one of the most impactful and memorable features was the opportunity to rate other players. Any player who rage quit or otherwise behaves in an unsportsmanlike manner would receive a bad rating, making it more difficult to get a match in the future. At number 3, Madden NFL 2002. Madden NFL 2002 took what its predecessor had accomplished and increased the amount of money that it made off it significantly. Madden 2002 had a Metacritic score of 94, which is significantly higher than the previous year's score. Improved features such as the increased Create a Player feature and a significantly improved Fantasy Draft feature were among those implemented. The fact that there was an increased local multiplayer functionality was also combined with the fact that there were extensive customization choices. That alone garnered a great deal of praise from the critics. In addition, the more in-depth work on visuals was cited as one of the most positive developments between 2001 and 2002. At number 2, Madden NFL 2004. Despite that it's a little absurd to be bouncing around from the Maddens of the early 2000s, there was a legitimate explanation for it. That was likewise the case for Madden 2004, which took what had been accomplished in 2001 and 2002 and built upon it even more. In addition, the 2004 game acquired a Metacritic score of 94. Owner mode was one of the most talked about parts of Madden 2004, as both critics and fans were surprised to discover that owning a franchise in the Madden 2004 universe was as realistic as it had been in the previous years. At number 1, Madden NFL 2003. The Madden 2003 release was a solid middle-of-the-road offering when compared to the early 2000s versions of the games. The game, released in 2003, is the 59th most highly praised video game of all time. It's a pretty big deal when you consider the thousands upon thousands of video games that have ever been released. This was the very first time an online multiplayer mode had been implemented into a sports game, and this alone had significant impact on how the game played out. It was a life-changing thing. Original outfits, halftime displays, and a commentary track that was meticulously crafted are just a few of the reasons why the 2003 version will go down in history as the most popular and memorable of the series. Well guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Upper Echelon Sports, and ring that notification bell so that you never miss a video. See you all next time.